I'm Jacob Kelly. I'm from Towson, Maryland. I formerly played lacrosse at Calvert Hall. Now I'm going to be a sophomore at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where I play attack. Kind of the best way to talk about my life story is to talk about how others have had an impact on my life. First, starting with my family. I probably have two of the most loving parents in the world, and I'm blessed to be the oldest of 5 boys, and my little brothers are my best friends. And then going off of that into my extended family, my grandparents have kind of instilled this idea in the rest of my family to live a faith-first and faith-focused life. And that's not always easy, especially growing up as a high schooler and going into college, but with their kind of leadership, and then my cousins doing it first, was able to kind of grow my faith, not just with Calvert Hall, but also as I got older, being more involved in FCA, which started as just me playing out in a Vail team for my dad and Matt Emerson. And through that, I was able to meet a bunch of great guys, meet a bunch of great role models in my life, guys like Josh Hoffman, Matt Emerson, like I mentioned, just guys I was able to look up to from a young age and kind of see how they carried themselves maybe a little differently than the rest of the lacrosse world had done so. And then from then on, when I was at Calvert Hall, I was involved in FCA Huddle that was led by my Uncle Frank and Drew Warlow and Matt Emerson here and there. And eventually I was the president of that. So from there, I had a great 4 years at Calvert Hall, had some good success on the field along with a lot of my awesome teammates, and met a lot of great guys, some of my best friends that I can guarantee will be my best friends for my entire life. Guys like Brendan Curry, Liam Bateman, Connor Marr, and Will and Teddy. They've really just kind of helped me keep on the straight path, and they've kind of pushed me to not only be a better lacrosse player, but also just a better person, and then also grow in our faith together. We always are trying to hit that next step in our faith. We're always trying to pursue Christ a little bit more in our everyday lives, whether that's in the classroom, on the field, just in simple aspects of our lives, and just becoming better people together. And I think that's been a pretty cool thing that I've been able to have them by my side, and I know it's going to be like that for many, many years to come. I'm pursuing that right now. I'm still growing in my faith. I'm definitely at the beginning stages of kind of figuring out my own personal faith. All my life I've gone to church, but I've never really had that personal relationship with Jesus Christ until I'd probably say a few years ago, and now I'm really trying to grow in that, and it's been an awesome journey. I know there's going to be ups and downs like there already has been, but I'm excited for what the future holds down at UNC, and then also just my personal walk with Jesus. I just say find the time, and everyone knows that there's a lot going on with academics and then lacrosse, D1 lacrosse. There's a lot that you have to do throughout the day, balancing your schoolwork and then also your practices, your lifts, and it really is exhausting at sometimes. So just finding that time to meet in fellowship with like-minded people, I think I keep coming back to that, but I really do think that's the most important thing, is just finding people that have similar interests that you do and that put things above other things that you hold true in your heart. And I don't know, I think, like I said, just those people, and then just embedding yourselves into other groups that aren't just with your lacrosse guys necessarily, that are just maybe more broad and have other athletes from other teams that think the same way. And I think that's been huge for me, and I'm excited to continue that down there. The main point that I would hope anyone could get from my simple talk, just for me, the biggest thing in my life has just been friends and fellowship. Finding those like-minded people, and finding people that you can look to kind of people that you want to mold yourself after. And I think that's been huge for me. Through that, it's kind of been, I don't know, just the most important, most rewarding thing in my life is when I'm with those guys and friends and family that really want to see the best in me and want me to be the best person I can possibly be. And then when you challenge each other to do that together, that's when some pretty cool things can happen. And I've seen that through my dad and his brothers and what they've been able to build kind of as a group, and then also through FCA, and how they just relentlessly are pursuing pushing that ministry, and kind of that they've given a lot of their lives to that, and then also some other great people that are within the FCA lacrosse world now here in Maryland. It's just a pretty cool thing for me to just be able to sit back and watch and learn from them, but also kind of want to emulate them as best as I possibly can. And then also just knowing that I'm always walking around with that kind of on my back or on my chest, just that FCA name or that Calvert name or that North Carolina name, and just trying to live up to the standard that the guys and people before me have set. And that's just kind of what I'm trying to do right now, but also just at the same time pursuing my faith as best as possible as a 19-year-old can do. It's not always easy, but you always try to put him first and always play for him and always try to glorify him in everything that you do.